is WLG Podcast Episode 4, and I want a cookie. We're going to put names to the voices now, because apparently you guys by now, after 4 episodes of this, don't know our names to our voices, and our voices to our names.
And our names.
To our voices.
A lot of voices.
Why don't you guys come on and get a little closer to the mic so people can hear you?
Alright, this is Vicious.
This is Hyper Vega. I am the sweaty, sexy man in the office today.
And I'm currently trying to find a new spot to sit next to, because I'm sitting next to
The Lawnmower Man.
the lawnmower man, apparently. But no, this is Dude, it's VD.
Who the hell gave them permission to do all of the work out there during business hours? I don't understand that.
Yeah, no, you can't hear anything in this office.
I think we're gonna have to.
I think we're gonna have to talk with Roberto.
So Moonlight Devil won't be joining us this week, but he's with us in spirit. So we just want to give a shout out to Moonlight Devil 24.
I'm right here.
Who's made every podcast since up until this point since we started.
I really wish
Moonlight Devil
was here.
24 is here.
So anyway,
I really wish Moonlight was here with us.
yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. And Moonlight, if you're listening, we love you, dog. We hope you get better. He guys, if you don't know, Moonlight Devil is training to be a referee for roller derby. And apparently last night he was on his skates and he fell. So he's been on bed rest since last night and will be joining us to make the
totally
podcast.
Fine.
So,
You know, if he was here, I think he would say something like, "I'm totally fine."
yeah.
But-
Or I'm here.
Right, yeah. But
So-
unfortunately, he can't be with us, so we're going to do this podcast without him.
Go screw yourselves!
But
I think if he were here, he would say, "Go screw yourself."
yeah.
That's-
I think something around those lines.
That's how he
Get well
rolls.
soon, Moonlight.
All right,
well
yeah,
soon.
get well soon, Moonlight.
Yeah, get well soon.
So we're gonna go ahead and jump right in. You know, there's no Call of Duty news this week, thank God. There's no Halo news this week, thank God. There's no God of War Ascension news this week, thank God. And the reason I say thank God isn't because I'm bashing those games. Oh, my Capcom just went off. Not because we're bashing these games, but because we want to talk about something different. So we are bringing you diversity. And I'm doing the Mojo Jojo Angry Monkey hand motions at this moment. Diversity. We're going to get the release dates out of the way. This week we've got 2 release dates that were made public, pretty big ones. We've got Hitman Absolution. Square Enix has released that it's going to be available November 20th. That's 2 days after my birthday when I turn 92. And I still look like I'm 18. The Secret to My Youth, Fetuses.
You little boy.
And
The
Oreos.
Marrow, yeah.
Fetuses and Oreos.
And if Moonlight Devil was here, he would call me a little boy. Just want to throw that out there. And then giggle. And of course, Dishonored has been announced to be released October 12th in Europe. They specifically have said, and we specifically put on the site, that it's October 12th in Europe. Now, of course, I'm assuming that the States are going to be, that time too, but since they wanted to go ahead and Bethesda wanted to just say Europe, we're just going to say Europe. So if anybody has a funny British accent, now would be the time to insert said accent.
Europe.
I was gonna say.
I think Moonlight Devil would try to go, Europe.
I was gonna say. What do you guys think? From all that you've seen from the game, what do you guys think about it?
Oh, which one?
Dishonored.
I think Dishonored is going to be great.
I don't know. I'm not
That's
here,
the one with the
obviously.
steampunk aesthetic, and where
I-
we're running through.
yeah.
And, it looks great.
I-
I enjoy the steampunk.
I first saw it and I immediately thought League of Extraordinary Gentlemen and what's that other movie with Angelina Jolie and Jude Law?
I don't know. I haven't seen a movie with Angelina Jolie and Jude Law. Because I don't watch Angelina Jolie movies.
Unless you're thinking of Brad Pitt.
No, it's Angelina Jolie and
I think
Jude
if Moonlight
Law.
Devil were here, he'd be thinking about Brad Pitt, which says all kinds of creepy stuff about him.
Oh,
No, the Captain Sky Captain in the World of Tomorrow. That was a great movie. I recommend.
Is that the one with all the blimps?
Yeah, it's like filmed to look old, but it's like brand new technology in an old setting. You just gotta watch it. Really good.
Steampunk, maybe?
Well, yeah, it's kind of like steampunk, but
Metropolis,
it's not really
a little bit?
steampunkish. But I immediately got those 2 senses in just watching that trailer. I'm really excited for Dishonored. It looks beautiful.
Yeah, it
I
looks
thought the
amazing.
trailer that was released a couple weeks back looked beautiful. We didn't report on it at that point because obviously it was just a trailer. But I mean, the trailer came out a couple weeks back. We posted it on the site.
And
If
on
Moonlight
YouTube.
Devil were here, he would say that site is.
WinLostGaming.com,
I think it would
See.
say something around the lines of winlostgaming.com or something like that.
and it's on the YouTube.
I miss him. Where is he? I
know.
understand he took a big fall, but
Such
I figured
a teddy bear. You would think being such a teddy bear, he'd.
I figured that those square burgers
I
from
am
Wendy's that
exactly.
he loves so much that he has in his back pocket would have cushioned the butt blow, but I guess not. All right, so there you go. You got your release dates that have been announced this week. Hitman Absolution, we're going to touch on that. Not at all, honestly, because it's Hitman. I mean, you know, people are going to buy it. It's going to be decent. Some people are going to love it. Some people are going to hate it. It's Hitman. Square Enix, I love you guys. You know, you gave me my childhood with the Final Fantasy series and, you know, Legend of Dragoon and Chrono Trigger and all that. But now I think Moonlight Devil's actually playing Legend of Dragoon.
Yeah, I think I heard him say that a while back.
What a guy. BioShock Infinite. BioShock Infinite has been delayed until March of 2013. The original release date was October. Apparently, they were trying to give us the best that they can. And I quote, Take-Two says, "When we announced the release date of BioShock Infinite in March, we felt pretty good about the timing. Since then, we've uncovered opportunities to make Infinite into something even more extraordinary. Cough, multiplayer, cough." That's Ked Levine, by the way, press release. Therefore, to give our talented team the time they need to deliver the best Infinite possible, we've decided to move the game's release to February, which makes me look stupid because I said March beforehand, but I got my months mixed up. It was March when they had announced the game, and it's February 2013 when it's supposed to be coming out. So, anybody else here feel that they're just trying to avoid the holiday hype so the game doesn't get lost in the shuffle, and they're just using that as an excuse to add multiplayer?
I don't think that would be the case if they were, because it was supposed to come out last October, wasn't it?
No. It's supposed to be out this October.
Oh. Yeah, I don't think that's the case because it's got a really big following. I've played 1 and 2. I loved every aspect of it. 2 just made everything better from 1. I personally can't wait for it. For them to tweak the multiplayer and stuff, that's cool with me. But I'm afraid the only thing I'm scared for is it might turn into a Duke Nukem Forever, and we wait another 2 or 3 years for them to really polish everything out. That's what I'm scared of. But
did you actually spend time with the multiplayer in BioShock 2?
I played a little bit. It had some great ideas, and I had some good things about it. I just really didn't delve into it. I was more of the story. I just loved the story. The single player mission was great. It was the only game where I actually wanted to pick up all the collectibles and actually listen to the stories and actually get all the side stories. And I just was fully immersed into it. And
that's my thing about these games. I think adding multiplayer to like scary games like this, I think will kind of ruin it. For me, because you're trying to get scared, and yeah, you get little bonus things with the multiplayer and all that stuff. But I think games like this should be focused more on story.
I agree. I didn't play. I played the multiplayer in 2, but I didn't play it to whereas I got hardcore into it. I probably tallied an hour, 2 hours tops, in the BioShock 2's multiplayer. But otherwise, I really didn't even mess with it. I played 1, I played 2 for the story, for the characters. And the environments, because Rapture is just a beautiful place.
Yeah.
I think that the artwork and the time and the effort that was put into building that environment, which literally just came to life. I literally find myself sometimes standing in rooms that had the windows and looking out the windows and watching, just looking over Rapture and watching the whales swim by or something along those lines, And I always waited to see a dolphin so that I can yell "Flipper," but I can't remember as to whether or not I actually accomplished that goal. Were there dolphins in there?
I don't know. Well, I did not look outside.
I think
the windows.
Moonlight would know.
I don't know.
Too bad he's not here.
Well, I mean, flipping BioShock to me is
anyway. They're putting the game in a sky setting. It's going to be in a floating city type continent. During daylight hours, apparently, the majority of the game is going to be played. Do you think that's going to take away from that atmosphere that they had built with Rapture being underwater, dank, dark, gothic?
I think I like the BioShock in underwater better than when I do the idea of up in the air.
That was a trick question, sir.
I don't.
Not really.
I like the fact that it's on air. It's a change of environment. I think if they were to do another one underwater, it start to feel like they were milking it. For them to actually bring it up in the air and the way you transport from different places using the rails and stuff, and it's a really great mechanic. And I think you can actually shoot people.
You know what that reminded me of? Do you remember the original Predator movie with Dolph Lundgren back in the late 80s?
Yeah.
Remember at the beginning in the opening scene, he's going down the zip line and he harpoons a guy through the chest from a roof with a harpoon gun.
Yeah.
Then he zip lines down the harpoon gun, right? And he's shooting people, and I think at one point he actually threw a freaking knife at a guy and killed him while still zip lining down that.
Did you say Predator?
Did I say Predator?
Yeah,
if Moonlight
Punisher.
Devil was here, he would have corrected me and told me that I said Predator when I actually meant Punisher. But there you go, my Punisher. So, but that reminds me
the
of
best Punisher in my opinion so far.
Yeah, definitely. I still have it on DVD.
I'm not a big Punisher fan, but we're not gonna get into that.
Well, if Moonlight Devil were here, I don't think he would care about your opinion.
I don't think Moonlight would care about my opinion if he was here, but he's not. So.
Again, Moonlight Devil 24. We wish you all the best. We hope that your tailbone heals after your fall at the roller derby last night.
The supposed cheeseburgers.
So we're gonna go ahead and move on to DCUO DLC Pack 4. DCUO rather has been out for a little over a year now, and it's had a lot of ups and downs, a lot of bugs, a lot of crashes. PSN hack, of course, shut it down for a month and a half. I haven't played the game. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't played the game in a long time. Shout out to the guys that I used to run with, the New Gods, Villain Side. I haven't played the game in a long time, simply because I just get tired of all the bugs. I got tired of all the crashes, having to hard reset my PS3 when the game would freeze on me, just from switching zones, going from the nightclubs to the Hall of Doom. That's the most annoying thing in the world. Or having to wait on someone joining you in a raid because they froze because the system crashed on them, and then you're waiting 5 minutes for them to relog back in, and then of course re-invite them to the group, and then of course get started, and that crap just annoyed me. Now obviously they've said since then that a lot of that has been fixed. The game's been running smoothly, even though it's free to play now. They're making their money off of microtransactions and DLC packs. DLC Pack 4, no different. They've added a ton of crap. Probably one of the largest DLCs, other than the hard light powers and the power releases that DCO has had. Apparently they're adding shields, so you could tell these guys went and seen the Avengers and said, "Hey, it'd be really cool if we can go ahead and throw Captain America in there." There's my Shadow Train impersonation again. "But wait, we don't have legal rights to anything Marvel." "Well, that doesn't mean we can't just put shields in there." So of course they added a shield, and basically anything that Captain America can do with a shield, you can do with DCUO. You can throw it, you can bash it, you can sit on it, you can use it to cushion your fall at roller derbies. A lot of different things that you can do.
Or cheeseburgers.
Moonlight Devil is probably thinking about cheeseburgers at home in his comfy bed right now.
When isn't he thinking about cheeseburgers?
Yeah, wow.
I like cheeseburgers.
I like cheeseburgers too. I like the square ones. Wendy's cheeseburgers, they're nice and lubricated. They go down really easy.
Cheeseburgers.
Cheeseburgers, really. Safe house battles. Okay, anybody who's familiar with DCUO, they know what the safe houses are. If you're not familiar with DCUO, basically villains have nightclubs because villains like to partay, and heroes don't like to partay, so they have police stations where they wait for the villains to come in after partying off of binges and whatnot. Can you imagine like a supervillain getting drunk and accidentally unleashing his superpower on another villain? Yeah. That would be like a great storyline.
That would be a great storyline.
What if Solomon Grundy, the guy can barely speak as it is, so he gets drunk and all of a sudden he talks like he's, a genius?
Just messing up his poem, too.
Well, I'm Solomon Grundy, and I was born on Monday, but you don't need to know that, because every time I die, I come back to life and I'm stronger, since Monday. It's like a zombie Jesus.
He just drinks on purpose.
Hey, maybe that's why he talks that way, because he's consistently drunk.
You could be constantly drunk. Oh, you're not here, sorry.
You're referring to that shadow image that's supposed to be Moonlight Devil over there, but it's just an empty chair with a floating piece of paper. Okay, anyway, safe house battles, 4 versus 4, and I should have said at the beginning of this that this is all PvP based. So the whole DLC pack is concentrating on PvP players, so. Safe house battles, headquarter battles, you get 16 players in a 2-part battle, 8 heroes one side, 8 villains on the other, and you raid each other's headquarters, which would be the Hall of Justice if you're a hero, or it would be the Hall of Justice, the Watchtower if you're a hero, and the Hall of Doom if you're a villain. If Moonlight Devil was here, he would have corrected me on that. He'd probably correct me a few times up until this point, actually. What do you think?
I don't know. I don't think he would.
Nor does he care.
I don't think he would correct any of us.
I don't think he would care, yeah. Legends characters are going to be released. Kilowog from the Green Lantern Corps and Amon Sur from the Sinestro Corps. Light-based powers. You have a piece of glitter on your forehead.
Light, please.
It's distracting me.
Because I'm shiny, homie.
Word. Well, yeah, I'm vicious and I'm shiny.
No, he just went to the strip club at 2 during the day.
He probably did it last night.
He's that guy.
He's sending me messages at 5 in the morning.
I was playing Fear 3, dude.
Who the hell is still up at 5 in the morning?
Fear 3. Fear 3.
That's not being paid to be.
Oh.
Fear 3. That's what I was playing.
All right.
How do you like it so far? Have you been scared yet?
I don't think Fear 3 is more of a, you're not really scared because of what you're seeing. You're more or less scared of what the sounds is going on. And I play it with my sound system, dude, and I crank that bitch up.
You just said bitch on this podcast.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
Moonlight
looky
Devil
there.
could.
Something to edit out.
I think Moonlight could edit that out. If
I think Moonlight would edit that out.
Yeah. But dude, Fear 3 is awesome. We'll get into that later on in the podcast whenever we ask what we're all playing. But
Okay. The Last Story. I doubt anybody knows what that is if you're not a JRPG fan. Last Story released 2011 on the Wii over in Japan.
About the title. This is not
Yeah, the
our
title
last
is The Last Story. Yeah, this isn't our last story. The title of the game is the title of the title is The Last Story. Released by Mistwalker Studios along with AQ Interactive. If you're not familiar with Mistwalker, it's a studio that released Blue Dragon and Lost Odyssey on the 360. Mistwalker is run by Hironobu Sakaguchi, who is the creator and the godfather of the Final Fantasy series up until Final Fantasy X, I believe. Everything after that, I don't think he touched. I think by
does
that
he
point he
have
left.
Al Pacino on his side?
No, but he does have a personal assistant who cuts panda heads off and puts them in your bed to mark you for
Nice.
death.
Kind of like Andy
Awesome.
Garcia.
Andy Garcia did horse heads. It's two totally
Just
different
agree
things.
with me.
No, it's two totally
No.
different things.
Okay, whatever.
Pandas,
Moonlight
horses.
maybe would have, but he's
Yeah.
not here, so
And if
you're in the
Midnight Devil
minority.
24 wasn't here, he would correct you.
Anyway,
hear
Xseed
something?
is going to publish it.
No, it was the fucking fart in the wind.
Did you guys just hear that fart in the wind?
No, but I smelled it though. Holy cow!
That
Whoever
sounds like
smelled it
Julian.
does.
Hope you like them Wendy's cheeseburgers.
So, okay, Xseed, the publishers who bring us the most obscure JRPGs over here, mostly on 3DS and stuff, is going to be releasing this. 3DS and DS and PSP and stuff like that, most handhelds, are going to be publishing this over here in America for the Nintendo Wii. And the Wii, let's be honest, the Wii's dying. Okay, well, the Wii was dead a year ago, and that's not me being, biased or fanboyist. It just is. Look at the numbers; numbers don't lie.
They tried to put
But of course,
Manhunter 2
with
on the Wii.
didn't Moonlight at one point in time say something about them trying to put Manhunt 2 on the Wii?
Yeah, Manhunt. Yeah.
I think so. I have a liable source that tells me he did.
All right, well, but all of a sudden we're having this flood of really awesome JRPGs. You've got Xenoblade Chronicles that came out a month ago. You've got Last Story coming out July 10th. And of course, you've got some hidden gems that if you haven't picked up a Wii now with the low price point that it's at, and these games being released, as well as the older games that are still worth playing, of course, the Legend of Zelda games, Monster Hunter Tri. I guess now's the best time to actually buy a Wii if you're not into that whole stand-up and move type thing.
Right.
So, anyway, Last Story coming out July 10th. Look for it to be a hybrid of action and strategy, yet in a JRPG setting.
Awesome.
Isn't there a lot of action and strategy in JRPGs anyways?
Now you get linearity, and is linearity a word?
I don't know, but we could definitely
I
trademark
think
it.
it's a word. Yeah.
I think it's a word. You get
Just made-
linearity stories.
Right.
That's not me bashing. I love
And
JRPGs. I
Big
love
eyeballs.
big eyeballs. Yeah. I love Tales of Vesperia. I love Lost Odyssey. Of course, Final Fantasy stuff like that. I love JRPGs. I just think that they've got to work through all the cliches and deliver us something different, a la Monster Hunter 10 online. Oh yeah, see, there's my name dropping. So
Definitely.
Japan is about to release. Well, Microsoft's about to release. Japan is about to receive, like a prison shower, an Xbox 360 bundle. And this is Microsoft's way of catering to the Japanese crowd, trying to move the system over there. When you buy this bundle, you're going to receive a code to let you download Halo Reach. You're going to receive a code that lets you download Gears of War 2. For some reason, not 3, but 2. I don't know, I guess because Gears of War 3 is still selling so well. But that's not really the big news, to me anyway, and if you guys obviously don't want to elaborate on it, that's fine. The big news is you're going to receive Monster Hunter Frontier Online for the 360. Now, up until this point, that's been a PC exclusive MMO over in Japan. Monster Hunter series, huge in Japan. Not as huge over here in America, but still well respected and sells really well. Great series. If you haven't played any Monster Hunter games and you still have a system that you play that has it on there, whether it's a PSP, a PS2, whatnot, go pick it up. I mentioned Monster Hunter Tri on the Wii.
Yeah.
Monster Hunter Frontier Online. I want to see that here in America. Let me sit on my PS3, jump on Monster Hunter Frontier Online, and just destroy and obliterate monsters, and of course cook their meat right there in the zone, and listen to the tasty song. I'd be happy. I had that as a ringtone.
Oh, do you really? Why don't you play it?
Okay, well, you guys talk about something else while I find it.
Right. Next in line, what have we not covered today? I want to go into the...
Dead Space, Need for Speed, 2013.
Now the Dead Space and Need for Speed. I don't see where Need for Speed could go with this new release date.
Well, I hope they just don't do the run again, because
I didn't play the run. How was that?
good, because you shouldn't have to. It was horrible. It just the fact that you got out of the car. It seemed like a good idea at first, and when they implemented it, it was just bad. And then the fact that you can just they have a DLC where you can buy it, where you can just unlock everything. So you don't even have to play the game to get everything on it, which was retarded.
That's not it.
It was just a
Obviously
bad
not.
game.
Yeah. Well, I think the only natural progression they would have is like they would have like Need for Speed World like they do online, but except on a console, which would technically be like Test Drive Unlimited 2 or anything of that type. Which kind of just, I don't know. I want Need for Speed to come out with something better than what they've done before, but apparently we'll get to find that out. Now, going back into, what was the other release that we had just now?
The new Dead Space?
The new Dead Space, yes.
That's what I'm really excited for.
I'm really excited for that too, because Dead Space was really, really scary, for me at least. And I really did like it.
It was my the sleeper hit of what, 2 years ago when it came out? The first one came out?
That's tasty.
There
I
you
love
have
that.
it, folks.
But, back to Dead Space. What were you saying about it? You really liked
I really liked it. It was I love the story, the atmosphere, the way they the presentation was awesome, because you're a regular person. You're not some overpowered superhuman or a space marine. You're a regular person just trying to survive, and the monster designs and the mechanics of having to kill the monsters, shooting their legs off and their arms off before you actually kill them was great. The weapons were awesome, and it kept you entertained because of all the different things you can do to those monsters. Also, I'm looking forward to what they do with the third one.
And the creepy little children.
Dead Space
things
2
on
scared the
Dead
crap
Space
out of
2,
me.
Yeah.
Dude, Dead Space 2
Yeah.
was really, really creepy.
Creepy little children.
Yeah.
So anyway, new Dead Space game by the end of EA's fiscal year. Basically, their fiscal year begins March 13th, so we can expect a new Dead Space game and a new Need for Speed by March of 2013.
Even though they got voted one of the worst companies to ever work.
Even
for.
though I think Moonlight Devil was telling us that it got voted one of the worst companies in America, but I think that was just blatant fanboyism, people who don't like EA. But it may not have been. It may actually be a horrible. Because I think Activision's a worse company, if you want me to be honest with you.
That or THQ.
Or I think Moonlight Devil dislikes THQ. So I mean, you can go with that one too. So.
But
They're about to go out
What?
of business.
I think he said something about them going out of business. I don't know. You guys
They
may want to
could.
correct
Well,
me.
they were in the financial bucket, but I think I mentioned this in last week's podcast. Saints Row the Third actually pulled them out of it, and that basically let them break even, from what I heard, or whatever. It helped them out financially a lot, and it's given them a second chance. Of course, with that expansion that's coming out later this year, it's going to be $30. People are going to jump on that. That should help them out.
Yeah.
Company Heroes 2 coming out on PC. That should help them out. Basically, from what I heard and what I've read and what I've investigated, what THQ is doing is concentrating solely on hardcore gamers at this point now. They're going to stop trying to dip their fingers into every known genre that they can and just concentrate on titles that are worth actually concentrating on. So, Bethesda,
they
stuff
need
like that.
what they need to do is kind of copy EA's model for that. EA has a tendency of kind of like stepping back, seeing what the other companies do, and then going into the field doing tenfold. So, I really do like what EA's model for that. But I mean, I guess if THQ kind of what's it called goes under, then it won't be bad.
And we're recording.
New releases this week. There honestly weren't many. I think there were literally like 7 new releases. So I don't know how many of them most people would consider mentioning. I know that Street Fighter Cross Tekken was finally released on PC, but I think that's a dead horse that we've beaten in the past multiple times with podcasts and such and articles. So I mean, if you guys want to touch on that, we can. But
no, I don't care for it.
all right. Starhawk came out on the PS3.
Starhawk, the beta that I played was amazing. It was like playing a real-time strategy, first person. It was really good. I really enjoyed it. I don't know about you guys, but
No,
I really did like it.
I haven't played it yet, but after listening to you and reading up on it, I went and, read some reviews. I don't trust one review. If I'm going to play a game that I'm not sure about, I go and I do my homework on it. We're not like those big guys that get these games sent to them for, reviews. We actually pay for ours out of pocket, so, get over it. But, after reading the reviews, watching the videos, I'm very, very, and covering it, of course, over the last couple of weeks that I've posted on it on the website. If Moonlight Devil were here, he would cut in and tell us that website was called
WinLossGaming.com.
WinLossGaming.com.
Yeah.
But I think I'm gonna end up picking it up. I think I'm gonna end up jumping on that. I think that looks really good.
It's really fun. Just what they added, I think, on this one, aside from Warhawk, was Warhawk. Your planes would, spawn at your base or whatever base you had taken over at the time. But that's just it. You just get in your little Warhawk and you just go off and you have aerial battles or whatever. Well, this time you have to actually build your base.
Yeah, you just drop it. Yeah, you bring up a radial menu and.
Yeah, and then you get into your Warhawk, and then you notice that, oh shit, not only is this a Warhawk, and I just cussed so you can bleep me out, not only is this a mech, but it's also your Warhawk. So your mech can turn into the Warhawk and vice versa. So I thought that was a really awesome implement as well. And then also, too, they had mountains that you could go and get behind or whatever and kind of just...
Can you shit behind the mountains?
I guess you can. But now they have like actual asteroids with holes in them, so you can actually take the aerial battle and actually put some little bit of tactics in it as well. So I'm really excited about Starhawk, actually, to be honest. I've also seen in some of the previews that they have like some light cycle looking things or some hover cycles, whatever you want to call them.
From what I saw, there was a bunch of different things in there that you can use.
I'm really excited for it.
So are we gonna go pick that up here in the next couple weeks then and jump on that?
I think we should.
All right, VD.
Well, mechs and light cycles, I'm in. I'm in.
And the other big release this week was Minecraft on Xbox 360. Sold a record-breaking, allegedly now, over 400,000 copies in the first 24 hours. And in the first 24 hours, Microsoft was able to see that over 400,000 people were playing this, which basically at that point made it the biggest selling Xbox Live arcade title of all time. It broke every record, every sales record for any
I wouldn't doubt
XLBA,
with the
XBLA,
hype that Minecraft's been getting on computer.
Yeah, dude, I know. Okay, if Shigatank was here, he'd tell you he was playing it. Yeah. I know a bunch of people who were playing it on PC. They've got dedicated servers that they play on together, or they go to other servers or whatever. They hyped it up a lot, and Mahjong has made gobs of money on this just for PC alone. So I can only imagine they're making gobs off of the Xbox release, and it's $15.
Yep.
I think the PC version was $20, so you're paying $5 less. You have, I think it was 8-player multiplayer. You've got split screen on it, so you can play off of the same console. I think that's a great addition to the Xbox Live Arcade library, and I think it's something.
I have a lot of friends that have it for Xbox now, and I'll be picking it up. I can't wait to play it. I haven't never played it, but I've heard a lot of good things about it. So
and that's the other thing too. I've never played the game, but I've just heard nothing but good things about this game. So there's obviously something they're doing right, for all these people to be saying all this great stuff about it. Then again, I could be wrong. I may not like it. But
personal opinions: Starhawk, pass or play?
Play.
Definitely
play.
Play.
Play. Are you playing to play?
I'm playing to play.
All right, I'm gonna play Starhawk as well. Minecraft on 360, pass or play?
Definitely play it.
Oh, I'm playing it. I'm definitely getting it.
I think I'm gonna pass.
Yeah.
Not because it's a bad game, not because it's horrible. Obviously, I just touted how great it was, and sales numbers don't lie. Well,
Right.
yeah, they do if you look at Prototype too. But yeah, I just don't have the patience for building shit and stuff and crap, and I just don't have that patience. I don't have that want to do it. I'm that kind of guy that wants to jump in and play. Now with Starhawk, it's different because you bring up the radial, you drop what you want right then and there, and you jump on it.
Definitely.
You don't have to wait. You don't have to do it brick by brick or polygon by polygon or
True.
pixel by pixel or whatever it is.
Very true.
And that's just my thing. So I think I'll pass on Minecraft, but I think I'll, of course, never deny that it's a great game and a recommended game for anybody who wants to get into it. But I think I'll pass on that and I'll play Starhawk.
But question is, did Minecraft actually translate well from PC to the Xbox?
So apparently,
Did you hear that?
I think the
is
biggest
that?
question. I think the biggest question about Minecraft though is if it translated over to the 360
Yeah.
well from the PC, and I think that from what I've read and from what I've heard and from opinions that have been given on the game from people that I know that play it, they said that it has. And with that multiplayer that was added to it, of course, just adds to it because, you had the multiplayer in the PC version where you could drop in, jump out. Same thing with the 360 version, you could jump in, drop out. I think that from what, has been said about it and opinions from people who've actually played it, now this isn't my opinion, of course, I'm not going to take anybody else's,
Right.
but they said that it ported very, very well. It wasn't a large game in the first place, I don't think, as far as the
it's
size.
Not really.
It's just the fact that you can build all this stuff. I think is what.
In scope, it was a large game,
Right.
but in actual size, if you're going by megabytes, gigabytes, and stuff, you're measuring it. It wasn't a very large game, so it's not like they couldn't fit all that stuff onto the 360.
Definitely.
So I don't see why it wouldn't have ported very well.
So.
I think as far as news for this week, it wasn't a very big week as far as news with all the big, big titles that everybody was talking about, holiday rush titles. But I think that the stuff that we did cover, I'm pretty excited about it. I'm pretty excited about The Last Story. I'm pretty excited about Monster Hunter Frontier Online being released in Japan on 360 because that does give hope to us that it will be released here in America on 360. If anything, PC, but I prefer 360. Of course, the DCUO DLC Pack 4. A lot of people, if Moonlight Devil were here, he'd be talking about how he's, excited about it, I'm sure.
Whatever, I'm eating cheeseburgers.
And I'm sure he'd be eating cheeseburgers while he was playing it. And that would be an excuse why he would get pwned completely embodied in PvP. Like, oh, well, I was eating a cheeseburger. But, of course, new releases. A couple good ones. Big ones, if you're going by sales numbers. Minecraft just obliterated everything. So I guess the question remaining is, what are we going to be playing this week?
I'm actually on Fear 3.
You're gay.
No.
In a good way. That's a good thing.
Fear.
Well, apparently not here in North
Fear
Carolina.
3
But
is-
Not North Carolina.
so
we won't.
Amendment 1.
Politics.
Let's not get into that.
We won't get into politics.
But Fear 3, I think right now that's I first started playing that, then I started playing Mass Effect. Loved Mass Effect, beat Mass Effect, jumped back on Fear 3, and I'm loving the story so far. I think what WB did with the game is really good, but other than that, it's just Street Fighter Cross Tekken.
WB's been representing here recently with
They
games.
really have.
From Arkham City to Witcher 2 to
Kombat.
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah,
I'm sure Moonlight Devil would agree if he was here. Mortal
Yeah,
Kombat.
Mortal Kombat.
I mean they've done pretty well for themselves.
I think they're starting to pick up on what they should be doing and the way they present it and the way they present the story on Fear 3. I'm really excited for WB games. I'm really excited to see what they're going to bring to the table here within the next couple of years.
All right, well, VD, what are you playing this week?
I'm still on The Witcher 2. Haven't really progressed much. Just been doing a lot of side quests and just trying to fill out the story and getting used to everything still. The only thing I don't like is that you can't drink potions right before you enter a battle. I'm a person that okay, if I see people there, I'm gonna go in there. Or
Oh, you mean you can't go into your meditate?
yeah, you can't.
You got to
meditate
do it
and
ahead
go
of
in your
time.
potions,
Yeah.
you got to do it ahead of time.
Once you go into that battle
the only
stage,
thing I haven't
yeah.
gotten used to is that I'll go into the battle stage and usually I'll be like, okay, let me get my potions up and so I can start the fight. But since you have to meditate to get to your potions and drink them, you're stuck unless you do it way ahead of time, and it kind of throws me off. But I'm trying to get used to that.
Well, I frolicked with a succubus this week.
Ooh.
I did. I frolicked between the sheets with a succubus, and she had goat feetses, and they actually showed the hoof over my shoulder. How awesome is that?
Nice.
That's
I mean, for the South, that's pretty awesome. People up north are probably saying, "Oh, that's nasty."
oh no.
I mean, you gotta understand that's natural here in the South. I mean, with all the farms and the animals and so. Wait a minute, that's not true, is it? That's
No.
completely and utterly stereotypical and mean, isn't it?
Not really.
I don't partake in those activities.
Well, I did with a succubus, and then wished I could do it again.
reload that checkpoint.
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah. I should have saved twice, and they should have given you an achievement for it.
That would be awesome.
5 gamer score for bestiality, or
Bestiality.
mixing the races or
In a
something.
video
Don't they have
game.
bestialities on Mortal Kombat?
Yeah, but those are different. That's borderline
That
animal
is
cruelty.
way different.
PETA should jump in on that one.
That's
Yeah.
animality.
So, oh wait, no, those were animalities.
Yeah, I think if Moonlight.
He would say that they were animalities.
Yeah, I think he would say animalities.
We really need him here. He would have corrected us a lot tonight.
Yeah, he would have.
So, okay, well, I'm about to finish up Witcher 2, thankfully. I wish I could have finished it earlier, not because I don't like it, but because it's such a good game, just with all the time that I've had to put into everything else with the
Right.
website and all this stuff. I haven't had a chance to play it as much. I did finish The Walking Dead, Episode 1.
How'd you like that?
Yeah, I thought it was good. Actually, we ran into Glenn when we went into town when we were leaving the farm. Spoiler alert. Saw a chick shoot her head off because she didn't want to become a zombie, which is always a good thing.
Amazing. That scene right there was amazing.
It was really good. Like, you realize that there was nothing you could have done at that point.
Yeah.
I mean, regardless of all the choices, I think that's the one choice in the game, as far as open-ended as it is, that I could not actually save her. But at the same time, when you think about it, you're probably like, why would you want to? She was bitten.
Right.
Exactly.
Well, I'll tell you why. Because if she's bitten, she took the satisfaction away from me busting the cap in that ass.
True. Very true. But
Did you give it to her? Did you give her the gun?
No, I tried to stop her. Because like I said, I wanted her to turn. Yeah, I wanted her to turn so I could bust the cap in her ass.
I just wanted to save the bullet.
Well, I wasn't worried about the bullet, because, I mean, it's not like they let you use the gun in the game anyway. It's just, so screw the bullet, I'm more worried about just, I just wanted to, whether it was busting a cap in her ass or beating her in the head with a pipe or, some sort of domestic violence.
Right.
Not that I'm not for domestic violence. Let's just get that out of the way. But this is a video game. So domestic violence is okay in video games. Remember that, kids.
Yeah.
Just not in real life.
Definitely.
Know the difference between fiction and nonfiction.
Never mind.
You got nothing.
Yeah, I got it.
So what are you guys going to be playing this week coming up? Haha! Because I'm definitely thinking about one of two things. I'm either going to go buy a Wii. No, I don't own a Wii, guys. I haven't had a reason to buy one, but I think I'm going to go buy one so I could catch up on Xenoblade Chronicles. I had one, but I, got rid of it after Monster Hunter Tri. But I think I'm going to go rebuy one now so I can jump on Xenoblade Chronicles or Starhawk.
Next week.
Max Payne comes out too on the 16th. But I think I'm going to pass that.
I think I'm going to pass that too.
I think Moonlight Devil would pass it if he were here too.
Yep.
If he was here, but he's not here. But
Wish he was.
But I think for me,
You're gonna get punched.
I think if Moonlight was here, he'd probably want to punch us.
Probably.
Just saying, just going off a gut instinct.
But there would be 3 of us and 1 of him, so.
Well,
I'll just throw cheeseburgers at you.
Maybe he would throw
obviously.
cheeseburgers at us.
he might. I think right now I'm busy with Fear, and I'm trying to learn my combos down with Jin and Kazuya as my team on Cross Tekken.
I totally gave up on Cross Tekken since you borrowed it and never gave it back.
Yeah, I'm up for Tekken.
So, okay, cheap plug, Carpe Noctem Remix,
Oh, yeah.
June 15th, Extreme Play, Carolina Mall, Concord, North Carolina, Tekken 6, Street Fighter 4, Halo Reach. We're still thinking about adding another title for tournament play. If you guys have any ideas, go ahead and let us know. You can go to the website, post them in the forums, like us on Facebook, post them on the Facebook page. Of course, that website, if Moonlight Devil 24 was here, he would say that website is
Wendy's.com.
Wendy's.com, and I would tell him that he's wrong and hungry and say that the website is actually winlossgaming.com. Subscribe to the YouTube page. We've got over 5,000 views. We thank you guys for that. We thank you guys for that last week. That's a milestone for us. We're happy about that. We're proud about that. Subscribe to the page. We want you guys to subscribe because we've got a lot of ideas that we're tossing around right now as far as media, as far as shows that we want to put up. We're working with green screens. This is just a little spoiler alert for you guys. We've got some ideas for little, short shows and we want to put out and see what you guys think about them. And if you like them, then we'll continue to do them. And if you don't, then we'll basically print out a screenshot on a piece of paper. We'll put it on a cheeseburger and we'll let Moonlight Devil eat it. Then he'll poop it out and we can call that particular idea shit.
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 Yeah.
Shit,
I think
shit,
that
shit, shit, shit,
pretty
shit.
much covers everything for tonight.
I don't want this one to end.
I don't want this one to end too, and I'm pretty sure if Moonlight was here. Sorry, you are here, but you're not.
I think this is our shortest podcast ever.
Yeah, 42 minutes long.
We got to come up with something else to talk about real quick. We can't end this thing now, can we?
I think we can.
No. ESRB rating on Lollipop Chainsaw. I snuck that shit in, baby. The ESRB rating on Lollipop Chainsaw is obviously going to be an M. But what's funny about this is, when the ESRB, they're rating games, they have to come up with specific examples in the game, from the game, to tell you why they're rating it that way. And, I went ahead and posted it on winlossgaming.com as far as, what they had quoted from the game. And just reading this is hilarious. They talk about the deaths, they talk about the gratuitous blood splatters. But it's the references that they've made in the ESRB rating that I found hilarious. Like making references to the 8-foot piles of Rick James cocaine. They're talking about Officer Shannon, I think the name was, pleasuring herself with her nightstick.
Yeah.
To old yearbooks And, if Moonlight Devil was here, he'd probably be, like, glaring at me real evilly because, and evilly is another takeoff of evil, because, like, he's got to edit this stuff out now. I thought that was hilarious, man. I really did. Like, they were actually quoting the words cocksucker, motherfucker, and stuff like that. And, I just think that this is... Did no one else find that hilarious? Am I the only one who finds
It's
that
I find it
hilarious.
funny.
I can't
Then
wait
laugh.
for the game to come out.
Laugh
Yeah.
heartily. Mightily.
I think if Moonlight Devil was here, he'll probably laugh.
I think he would be glaring at us because he'd be mad that he wasn't here.
Yeah, he'd probably be mad that he wasn't here.
He should have been here.
Too bad.
He could have made it, but
He
just
flaked
that-
out on us.
That roller derby. is
Roller
no good to
derby.
you.
I wonder, like, what roller derby he was going to be a part of.
It was something with girls or something like that.
Well,
was it?
Isn't all roller derby with girls?
No, because they have that one show back in the day. Remember, they would show it. It was like two groups.
That show that they would show?
Yeah, the show that they would show. And they would show it, and it would be very showful. No, but
Like
it
showgirls?
It had like two. It had two teams, and had like guys and girls, and they would just go around this derby. Is that kind of like what it is?
American
Oh, no,
Gladiators?
I'm not here.
Oh well, he's not here.
Yeah, he
But,
can't tell us, so we'll just make
right.
fun of it.
Right.
It's
So
What if it was-
hilarious
what if it was
watching
little
Marvin
people?
talking to an empty chair.
I think the next time he flakes out on us and doesn't show up due to a cheeseburger injury, we'll just put a Wendy's burger in the seat and just refer to it as Moonlight Devil 24.
Moonlight Devil. I'm gonna make a theme music. Moonlight Devil.
24,
Champagne out in that.
champagne. I don't know, I'm just shooting for random stuff.
Oh.
Look at that big Skyrim poster we got hanging up here in the office. I think it's huge.
Fuss
Pretty
Roda.
big.
It's really huge.
What does Fush Roda mean?
It's a shout.
It's a dragon
In
shout
the game.
in Skyrim, yeah.
It sounds
It's
like something,
unrelenting force.
Oh. It sounds like something Waka Flocka would say.
Who's Waka Flocka? Isn't that the dude from the Muppets?
No.
The bear?
I don't
They used to
know.
run around going
I don't
waka,
watch
waka,
the-
waka.
I don't watch the Muppets.
What's a flocka?
I don't know.
Wasn't he shot at here in Charlotte?
I think he was. 'cause
Didn't he
he's
write a
still-
song
What
about
if
it?
she was?
Didn't he write a song about it?
She would just die.
Well, okay, it doesn't really. You are hostile today.
I'm sorry, but it's
That's
just,
that
Waka Flocka is-
Laotian temper coming out.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Against horrible rap.
Weren't you guys
Horrible
oppressed
music.
by North Korea? I don't know. I just figured everybody over there was oppressed by North Korea.
Over there, where? Like in
Asia. He's Laotian.
Yeah, 'cause
He's
Korea is on an
he's
island.
obviously from Australia.
Well, you said over there, like it's in some distant.
Well, it's not.
galaxy.
It is. It's far away. You've got to
the
traverse
other side of the earth.
You've got to traverse seas and oceans and continents and Africa to get there. I mean, it's huge. Like, distance away.
Right.
Fuck it, we're done.